Hello traders, I'm glad to continue my video focus, and today I want to find out what happened the previous week, to find the continuations of my predictions, and also give you situations which I see valuable on the market for the next week. Okay, let's start. First of all, Swiss franc. As you remember, I told that from here, when the ice line will be broken, the market will go to the downside to the 1.115 price level. But what we saw from Monday, the market opened here and went to the upside from this level, first of all, then returned, retested it, made an involvement of buyers, one more move. In this movement, the market maker, as you see from these HFTs, observed the position of the big player, unloaded it here with high probability, and then according to the path of least resistance went to the downside, broke the ice line, went lower, then created a double bottom with retest, made one attempt to go to the upside, and then on Friday closed below the ice line. So from here I predict that the price will go lower. I see no reason for the market from here to go to the upside. At least the liquidity, which is here below this double bottom and below this double bottom, it will be activated. So now I'm bearish in my predictions in Swiss franc, and according to the daily chart, this support might be broken. Then next forecast which I made, you can read this forecast on our website, TVT News and Blogs, and it was Dow Jones. I predicted that after the market stuck in this horizontal trading range, this narrow support and the resistance zone, it will make sharp downside movement at least to 33,600, and then one more attempt to go to current maximum, so to go here. And what do we see really after one weekend? This level was broken. The information was from these HFT volumes that it will be so. The movement was very sharp on Tuesday and then continued on Wednesday, and the same sharp pullback on Thursday and Friday, and the price closed near previous highs on the daily chart, as you see. Of course, it is very strong technical resistance for now, and high probability that the price will stop here, will continue coiling in this range. There is no information for now what will be behavior of Dow Jones index the next week. The only thing on which I want to take attention is that market delta on this uprising went sharp to the downside, as you see, traders. And the second thing, that open interest rose according to COT data, and hedge funds a bit increased their short positions, hedgers increased their long positions. There is a big interest to this asset. Let's see what next week will show us, maybe some imbalances to make further predictions. Then I spoke about crude oil, and after this imbalance, I assumed that the price will go to the upside to at least to the level 80.35. What do we really see, traders, in this asset, in crude oil? We see from here that the price really made an attempt to go to the upside, but haven't reached the target zone. It was really involvement of buyers. We see according to the cumulative delta, and also here according to these HFT volumes, that there was involvement of buyers, and then they were knocked out in this place and then lower, and all the stop losses were executed. Here we see the big volumes passed. I see that the market respected this commercial level where hedgers and hedge funds increased their positions, as you see in the past, but the probability to go to the upside is really unclear. And to my mind, the next week, the more reliable forecast is that the price will go to the downside, will break this level where HFTs were created, because I see here the divergence of deltas. So for oil, to my mind, high probability at first to go to the downside. So it will be a rejection from this technical zone and volumetric zone lower, and only then we can see maybe one more attempt that it will go to the upside. So this is my view according to the crude oil, and for Brent oil I think it will be the same. These HFTs tell us that limit player observed the willingness to buy. According to the information about divergence of deltas, there is a high probability that the market will make one attempt to the downside from here. Brent oil, as you see, bounced from the technical zone of support, and we know when such pictures happen, then the price goes and knock out liquidity under the level. Okay, let's go further. Also, I measured cocoa, made focus that it will bounce from these HFTs, so we'll go to the downside. And what do we really see from cocoa? That these HFTs were really respected, but the price did not achieve a bit this target level 28.75. It bounced from this zone of volumetric support. I really hesitating about what will be. Probability is really unclear here. So let's leave this asset without forecast. What new assets are on my list for the next week? First of all, I want to show you British pound, and it is also rather clear here that traders were involved. We see on the daily chart that previous highs were broken, and also we see this imbalance on 15 minutes chart. It happened after huge divergence of quantitative delta and volume delta. It was confirmed on Thursday, and on Friday every day we see divergences, and to my mind I see that the path of least resistance for this asset is now to the downside from this involvement. Then interesting thing I want to measure in Australian dollar. Why it is so interesting? Because we see the rare situation when open interest rose significantly, and we see that hedgers and hedge funds added their buying position. So who went short? According to the disaggregated report, I can see here that asset managers with small traders went short, but leveraged hedge funds and dealers, they went long. If we look at only asset managers and small traders, we see that there was one attempt to go short here, and open interest was increased significantly according to the COT data. Then the market bounced from this level and made rejection. Here also they wait that the price will break this demand zone. And according to Delta, we see only market buys. Every day, very huge market buys of Australian dollar. And I assume that this level is very important. If it will be broken, really, the market can go to the downside and break this level, this bottom, and lower even to this option strike, huge option strike, which is on 0.6350. It will be like magnet for Australian dollar. Of course, from here, probability is not so clear, because here market can still go to the upside. I tell only after breakout of this HFT's level, and then we can try short positions in this asset. And the third, from new pictures, I want to show you coffee, because this imbalance which occurred on Friday, it is very significant. And also it happened after divergence of deltas on the technical demand zone. So I assume that the price will go from this imbalance and test the price level 195, and only then we'll try to go to the downside, but higher probability that we will see some range from here. And we can try to work out from the boundaries of this local range on the 15 minutes chart. So this imbalance, it is a clue for us that the market will not stay here. It is a fair value price, and everyone will try to run away from this hot point. So traders, this is my plan. You can leave your wishes, comments, and forecasts down in the comment section. I always reply. If this video is useful for you, of course, support by the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I wish you a perfect week and see you on the other side next week. Goodbye.